Live. Just gonna get this bad boy set up and then we can start. Just gonna get this bad boy set up and then Okay, so before we start, there are a couple small things we're going to do. First off, I had injuries off for the preseason. We're going to turn those back on. And then I'm going to make a couple small slider adjustments. I think I'm going to up the pass coverage a little bit. Because if I remember correctly in the Super Bowl game, it was not very good. So we'll do plus 15 for both. Now we can start. What's good, Apple? What's good, Pepper Jack? What's good, Pokemon? Welcome. Sad you didn't get Williams and Odom, but still having Mack, it's good. I mean, Mack is noticeably older than Quinnen Williams, but I would rather Khalil Mack in this game because he's a proven good pass rusher, and Quinnen Williams is, like, hella expensive. Did I see your depth chart? Yes, your depth chart is good. But what is the first game we want to watch today? We've got the Diablos, Panthers, Cougars, Raiders. I think we should start with the Cougars, Raiders. I mean, Marvin Jones was the #1 pick, so wouldn't mind seeing the #1 pick first. Hey, Siri, pick a whole number between 1 and 2. Siri picks 2. I think the Raiders are home, so we'll use her for Raiders. Can you... yeah, I can do it quickly. Let's see. Mack to right end. Oh, I should have probably gone to depth chart. Oh, yeah, you get to lose again. I miss this feeling. Well, you only get to lose once today, so. Cougars, Raiders. Yes, sir. We want right end. I'm pretty sure Mack was one of the starting outside linebackers, so we'll make someone else a starter there. Was he right outside? Yes, you. Oh, yeah, you said if the Mack trade went through, you'd want Sullivan. So I assume that's who you want here. And then Mack over to right end. All right, boom. After an hour delay, we can watch some football. I knew the roster stuff was going to take long, but I didn't know it would take that long. Let's put it that way. Officially, Norris Doris season, indeed. What jerseys do we want? The Raiders don't have any fun jerseys. Since Lucario is here, he gets to pick because it's his team. So do you want to wear black or white? That's pretty much it. Because the Raiders don't have anything else that's cool. Didn't they have, like, gray color rushes? I guess the numbers were gray, yeah. Should you be really good? I picked you to win the division, and I picked Eddie Small to win MVP. So, do good. Maybe that's my bias because I've been the biggest Eddie Small supporter on the planet. But, you starting Doris? Yes, Doris is QB1. White? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Superstars and Superstar X Factors. We got Joe Mixon, Jair Alexander, Deion Jones, Dante Fowler Jr., Gregory Chance, Angry Beaver, Demario Davis, Zachy and Colbert, who's a third stringer. I think Colbert is healthy now, though. I think he's back from his torn Achilles. Ryan Ramczyk, Tremaine Edmonds, CGJ, Dante Jackson, Zadarius Smith, Anthony Miller, Javon Hargrave, Zach Cunningham, DR3, and Melvin Ingram III. So 2 young quarterbacks, 2 pretty good rosters. I mean, the Cougars have won their division, I think, pretty much every year. And the Raiders were a playoff team, too, last year, right? Yeah, the Raiders got in as a wild card. Okay. Projected records for your team. I'll say 11-5 because the division is still not good. I mean, I think the Lions could make a fight. I think if Russell Wilson comes back to form, which I think is more possible than people think. That Raiders Stadium in the dark looks sick, by the way. The Packers, maybe Katie Katz can be something. I think I picked him for Offensive Rookie of the Year, but their roster just still isn't all that good. And then the Steamers, I don't know if I trust the Steamers, but we'll have to see how Josh Allen does. I'm now just realizing all 4 NFC North teams have new starting quarterbacks. Katie Katz for Green Bay, Russ, Doris, and Josh Allen. That's kind of funny. And it makes sense because the NFC North was dog food last year. So I don't blame them for making changes. Alrighty, season kicks off with the Cougars getting the ball. So we get to see the second-year man, DR3, Daniel Romer III, lead the Chicago offense. He had a pretty good rookie year. I think he finished second place behind Keith. Unfortunately for DR3, I did not vote for him second place, I don't think. But he got it. You went 4-12. How about 5-11? Well, that'd be an improvement. Oh, I picked No, yeah, you're right. I did pick Norris. I think I was good. I think I originally wrote in Katie Katz, and then I realized Doris was a rookie, and I trust him a little bit more, so that's probably why. But I guess Katie Katz is technically my second pick then, because I was going to pick him.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
What was that? Eek. That was a pretty bad throw. But he's 4th, so unless these 3 guys are injured, you would have Danny. Danny Derps? Cannot wait to watch the Olympics. What? I'm confused. I mean, watching Trae Young is like watching an Olympic athlete. So there's that. When do the actual Olympics start? I don't know. There's 21 for Mixon. He says, "Go Raiders." Oh, your defense is not looking great. Well, I guess 1 bad play. Actually, probably 2 bad plays. Oh, well. Mixon gets about 5. Your team is hot garbage, so you can't wait to go 2-4. I think I picked you guys to make the playoffs, so don't disappoint me. The AFC West is pretty loaded, but I think I picked the Chiefs to get in as a wild card. I think I had the Chiefs as the 7th seed. Olympic trials. Okay, I didn't think it was a real thing. I was going to say. They don't normally start them in June. That was risky. It worked, but it was risky. So far, so good for Chicago.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line. Joe Mixon, the ball carrier, stopped short of the goal line.
You're really bad to have an offensive Norris, Doris, Aaron Jones, Trent Newman. Well, Trent Newman's not on your team yet, to be fair. CD, Mecole, Gallup, Deontay, Ingram. That's pretty loaded. As Chicago gets a touchdown. Is that Conley? Jimmy Conley, the 2nd-year man out of, I think, like, Oregon State? If that's the case, then it's a surprise he's good at football. Assuming Portland takes your offer. Uh-oh, booth review. Well, for Portland's sake, they better sign a running back because their next highest rated one is mid-60s. So, oh, he's definitely in. What? I think so. I didn't get a great look. Hold on. That's got to stand, though, right? Okay, it does stand. Oh, yeah, he's clearly in. That's not even close. 1, 2. Yeah, he's in. Okay. What is your worst position? I don't know, because I think your team is fairly well-rounded. Who is the Colts starting tight end again? I totally forget. Here, let me open your Google Doc. If I can find it. Here's the Google... There it is. Nope, that's not it. Oh, well, I'll find it later. If he wants, you can add someone like Justice Hill. For his sake, that would probably be wise. And your running back room consists of Marlon Mack, Kenyon Drake, and Rojo. That's pretty good. I wonder what Mack's going to do, because Marlon Mack was really good in Detroit. Who is the Lions starting running back now? I think it's probably like some mid-70s guy. So not great, but I guess not as bad as the Snowhawk situation if they trade Trent Newman. Not that Newman's like anything good either, but Marvin Jones on his first play breaks a sack and then stands there constipated. What was that? This is the #1 overall pick we're talking about, right? Breaks a sack. I thought he was about to do something crazy. And then he just took a poop in his pants. At least Lamar went out of the game to do his business, but no! He just does it right on the middle of the field. That's quite the start to your OFL career, I've got to say. Well, now that he's done his business, maybe he'll actually feel free to throw it. Nick basically robbed that Gardner guy. Yeah, pretty much. He robbed him. 3rd and 12. It's a screen for Seabush, who gets 5. Feel like your offense is better than your defense by a lot? Yeah, I would probably agree with that. Because your offense is nice. At least the quarterback and the skill positions are pretty nice. So a good start for Chicago. The Cougars were kind of disappointing last year. I mean, Chicago wasn't even that good. They just won their division because it sucked, if we're being honest. And then they disappointed in the playoffs against Miami. That game was a good game, though. But I think the Cougars, I expect them to actually be good again this year, because last year they were not. And they, again, do have the luxury of being in a bad division, although I think the Steelers could surprise some people, especially if Mookie Gray progresses. Because they have a good roster. Well, I mean, they have good players. I mean, their defense is a little bit shaky, but I don't trust the Bengals. The Ravens roster, that's not pretty. That's not pretty. Not as good as your offense? Probably right, unless Norris Doris completely sucks, which, who knows? Poor man, now he won't be sacked again, because he knows he's in his own fifth. Colts projected record, I would say, I think you'll win 10 or 11 games, but, like, your projected record, I would say around probably 8-8. But I think your team is better than what it's supposed to do. Still some good quarterbacks on the market to be signed. I think a lot of them probably did get picked up as, like, backups. I know Gardner Minshew went somewhere. Where did Minshew go? I know he went somewhere where he's, like, the same rating as the starter. It might have been, like, the Titans or something. I think Gardner Minshew signed with the Titans. I think Goff probably... I don't know where Goff went. I don't know if he got... I know Minshew did. I don't know if Goff got picked up, though. Or should I say Goof? And I know there were a few other ones as well. But ratings-wise, I think Mookie has all of them beat. It's just that Mookie has just not played all that well. Floor and ceiling for Toronto. I would say floor is probably about 7 and 9, and ceiling I would say is probably OFL ball. Gonna need a backup. What, you don't trust JT Barrett? This first quarter has been a Cougar domination so far, and Chicago gets another one. 2 scores in the first quarter from DR3, both of which have gone in the hands of Jimmy Conley. And Chicago, why did I press circle? And Chicago is dominating the Raiders thus far. Need a certain ghost-watching QB still on the market. Why did nobody pick up Darnold? Yeah. I mean, Sam Darnold was on a team of scrubs last year and was really good. I'm surprised Pokemon didn't bring him back, although Katie Katz has hit and is far cheaper, so I guess it kind of worked out. But Darnold was great last year. I'm surprised nobody wanted him. Unless Josh Cox is willing to be the backup. Well, I guess that's better than practice squad. AFC North this year is going to be stacked. You got Scramble Boy on Baltimore. Is Andy Morrison Scramble Boy? No lineman boy on the Bengals. Oh, the real AFC North. I'm stupid. Yes, I was going to say, why are we calling Andy Morrison Scramble Boy? That makes a lot more sense. Lamar, no offensive line boy on the Bengals, Corvette boy on the Steelers, and tried to run from 12 boy on Cleveland. Oh, I get it, because Baker ran away from the cop. That was funny. Cougar domination sounds wrong if you have a dirty mind. That does sound wrong. Did I say that? That's funny. That's funny. So when the Cougars win by 30, we could say this was a Cougar domination. Did the Ghost Washer get... I have no idea. He probably did, and same for Goff. I might have just not noticed them. I just only remember noticing Minshew, who's like the worst of those three, ironically. DMs? Let's see the DMs. Oh, thank you. Okay, what is Apple's worst position? Troutman's the tight end. I didn't realize you had him. The offensive line is pretty well rounded. Wow, the Raiders are actually starting to move a little bit. The linebackers are loaded. Yeah, this is a well-rounded team. I guess tight end, and Troutman's fine. This is why you don't get excited. Well, hold on. The second quarter's just starting. There's still plenty of time. CPU teams need to be deleted. If I could delete them, believe me, I would. Oh my goodness, what a catch. Was that Chance? Gregory Chance with the toe drag inbounds and a dot as well for Marvin Jones. Chicago's going to challenge it, though. Can you sub in the man-woman hater? I think he is the starter. Seems like him and C. Bush are kind of splitting carries, though. Oh, he's in. That play is going to stand. Definitely. Or it should. Yeah, okay, that was very cool. Praying to God Scooty doesn't get hurt. Kirkland is your backup. He's old and well, who is Kirkland? Considering I don't know him, he's probably not old. Banana popsicle. Fun. Third receiver. Hold on. Who is your third receiver after Godwin and Duvernay? Kute, 78. Yeah, I guess wide receiver 3. Although that's still fine. I mean, entering the preseason, my wide receiver 3 was like a 60-something. Now it's not because I got Jarvis Landry, but 3rd and 3. Nice stop by Chicago. Oh, that Kirk. Oh, yeah. Okay, he is old and bad. Is Colbert quarterback? Oh my goodness, it's a fake. What? I think Holmes is the backup, so he's the one who threw the pass. I was not expecting that. Yeah, this really is Cougar domination, isn't it? Wow, okay, the Raiders decided to get a little crazy. But yes, Colbert is still a quarterback. New left tackle with apples. It was meant to be. You'll have a little more elite. Who? Oh, he is Bakhtiari. Oh, you want Bakhtiari. That'd be... Oh, wait, no. He is... Oh, you're trying to get Marpet, and he has Marpet too, I think. Okay. I was going to say, because I know the Lions have Bakhtiari, and I don't know why he would trade him, but you've been wanting Ali Marpet, and I think he's with the Lions, so that makes sense. What's good, Crockett? Welcome, my guy. You've pretty much just missed for Raiders getting smacked so far, which is good news for us. The less competition in our division, the better. 3rd and 10, DR3 of that dot to the 50. The Raiders are a good team. I don't know why they're just completely laying an egg. Why does Lucario have 478 quarterbacks on a roster capable of... Because there's like so many quarterbacks in this league who can start. I mean, Colbert's been... Oh my goodness, they're going to score another one. DR3 with his 3rd touchdown of the first half. Now, it is a 3-score game, but we don't sim until halftime. So the Cougars would have to maintain this lead, or just have it within 3 possessions by halftime in order to sim. But, I mean, Colbert's good starting in sim. Mahomes was fine. And then Marvin Jones, we'll see. I mean, he had that play at the start of the game where he took a number 2. I love how the Cougars have 21 points and Joe Mixon's done like nothing. I forgot Joe Mixon was a person for the past like 10 minutes. They have like barely used him at all, and it's worked fine, which is the most surprising part. 2nd and a young, not great defensive tackle. I would say that's about fair, because Marpet's what, like 30, 31 by now? Dude was scared for his life from the COVID injury. He decided to get so many QBs. If they score 2 more, will the Cougars score 2 more touchdowns before halftime? I mean, I guess they're on pace to. I don't think they will. I don't know if they have enough time, but
At the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 7
someone got to 3 Mahomes.
and 3.
Yeah. Who would need a quarterback? Baltimore, definitely. I mean, maybe Andy Morrison's good. We got to give Morrison a shot. He was a first-round pick.
1-yard line.
Maybe the Steelers. Not many teams need quarterbacks. I mean, Matt Ryan's like in the 60s now. He's old as dirt. So maybe the Jets would make sense.
Darius Geis, the ball carrier. The tackle
Quarterback B plus, running back A minus, fullback who cares? Wide receiver B feels kind of low.
brings up second.
I mean, Shoddy and Ridley's a nice duo. Tight end B plus, carries offensive line. Hello, I need a quarterback. What's good, Jax? Welcome, my guy. I mean, we'll see what Wentz can do. If he can be back to MVP form, which, based on my predictions, I could see happening.
At the 46-yard line.
He was not great last year,
Brings up
but
and 8.
man was the first voted on MVP of the league. As another incompletion from Jones. Yeah, the Raiders just continue to be a disaster.
Junior. Incomplete.
They've had 3 punts. No, they had 2 punts and a missed faked field goal. And the Cougars have 3 drives in which they've scored touchdowns on all 3.
Down and 10.
Morrison turns into Bucky 2. Well, we need an Andy Morrison 1, though. I mean, nobody expected Bucky 2 to be good, and he was. So that could happen with Morrison. The problem is, the Ravens' offense is Terry McLaurin and literally a bunch of middle schoolers. And I guess Rashad Penny, but he's not all that.
Complete to
McLaurin's really going to have to carry.
a gain of 9.
I mean, good for him on getting his money, but
The 28-yard line.
he's going to have to carry. Had a second straight year of passing on a good quarterback for an inferior one. Yeah, the Ravens have literally been the definition of the QB carousel. Got Joey Fox, breakout slotty guy. Yeah, Fox was good last year too, wasn't he? I always remember seeing him fairly high with the stats, so that's a nice trio. That deserves higher than a B. Nobody expected Colbert to be good, and he was good. That's true. Colbert was good in Sim, and then you have guys like Russell Wilson who were terrible in Sim last year. So Morrison could be good. He could. I feel like we got to give him a shot, but
To Joe Mixon.
he could also. So I mean, we've seen punters win games at QB in Madden. So literally anybody can win a game at quarterback. Oh my goodness, what a hit!
The pass. Complete to Joe Mixon. An 8-yard pickup. First down.
Bucky 2 was the greatest year of all time. I remember Bucky 2 had like that really good stretch at the beginning of his first year, and I'm like, this guy's a fluke. He's not going to do anything. And then he was just a stud the rest of the way. What a guy. Potts, Shepard, and Diggs. That's pretty nice. That's a pretty nice trio. Might have 4 wide receivers that are good/elite, with Deontay Harris totally being the best. None of your other receivers caught a game-winning pass in an OFL Bowl. Deontay Harris has.
Intended for number 15. Incomplete.
And there's this much in your defensive line, yet Romer has not gotten touched today.
Intended for Miles Boykin. Incomplete.
Casually giving Norris as much weapons as he desires, because he never got those weapons in Washington, I'll tell you that. Is that a water punt? No, that's in the end zone. So the Raiders need a touchdown for this not to be a sim.
Own 20-yard line.
Can they do it? Don't think you have a single weakness on your team? No, you guys do not. That is why I picked the Caps to win the OFL Bowl, because that roster is set. Katie has nice weapons. I mean, ratings-wise, the Packers' weapons are not great, but they played well last year. So, now part of that could be Darnold, but part of that could be those guys just happen to be good in-game. And Josh Jacobs is finally healthy, too. So, Katie Cats has some weapons. Lone weakness is linebackers and corners. Yeah, I think our lone weakness is probably linebackers. And our linebackers were so good last year, and then I traded everybody except for Devin White away. Because we're broke. Defense is just Duggar, Forrester, Doolittle, and a bunch of black players. A bunch of guys under 5. Wow, that's young. Offensive line but the offensive line doesn't really matter. Yeah, our offensive line sucks now that you say it, but O-line doesn't really matter. So when you went 6-10, Bucky 2 is the only reason why you won some, even though you've had by far the best roster in the division. Yeah, I remember the NFC East last year as a complete mess. Kind of like the AFC North this year, where like nobody was good. I remember Washington had that really bad year last year with Pro, back when they were called the Redskins, #censored. The Raiders might actually score a touchdown. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. Are they not going to call time? Okay, they're probably going to kick the field goal, right? With 7 seconds, I don't think they'll take a shot for the end zone. I think they should. Oh, they will. Wow, I didn't think they were actually going to do it. So they'll go for the end zone. Or what the heck was that? You have 7 seconds and no timeouts. You're about, I don't know, 15 yards away from the end zone, and you do that. That play is the definition of a Raiders this first half. Egads. So I guess we're going to start the second half simming, because this game has been an absolute, utter disaster for the Raiders. We want Jags today. Shaking my head. Well, you're getting Orioles right when this stream is done, and you're going to like it, bud. Got Walty and Tyron starting as your tackles. Yeah, that's better than anyone we have. Although James Daniels is cool. And then the other 4 scrubs. Should have drafted Norris, stupid. I had no idea. To be fair, I had no idea who Norris was until, like, shortly before we picked him. Octi is over party. Yes, I said the former football team name. I should be canceled. Why? I want to get out of the screen. Why won't it let me get out of the screen? We know the week 1 schedule already. Okay. Let's start simming the second half. If the Raiders make it close, which it doesn't really look like they will, but if they do, we can hop back in. What if the Raiders win this game? That'd be hilarious. Okay, now they're moving it. And we get a good opportunity to see what Marvin Jones can do in sim. 3rd and 6. He's sacked by Melvin Ingram. Are they going to take the points? They do, and it's good from Carpenter. McGovern and Martinez are fine at the guards, and Cox is buds. Well, my Connor McGovern is better. Jeez, penalties of back. Oh my gosh, how many penalties? Was that like 3? The Cougars' offensive line had like 3 penalties. The penalties moved them from like the 30 to the 1. Good Lord. And they're still up 21-3, so it doesn't matter. Raiders deserve this. They have guys at running back. That's actually kind of facts. Another field goal from Carpenter. It is a 2-score game, but we will keep simming unless the Raiders make it a 1-score game. Wish Nick traded Mahomes to you so you'd have an easy pass to deal available. I mean, it's not like Mahomes has ever made it before, to be fair. 3rd and 5, an interception for Teron Johnson. Okay. If the Raiders score a touchdown, we'll hop back in. And that's not going to happen. Alright, we'll go a little bit faster. The Cougars just look like they just got a long touchdown. Okay, yeah, we can go faster. This game's done. This game is done. Raiders do get a last-second touchdown, but Cougar domination, folks. $35-13. Was that the final score? Yeah, Chicago has to be feeling pretty good about themselves after being in a playoff team last year. This Raiders team was in the playoffs. Eddie Small would have won this game. 224 rushing yards. What did Joe Mixon do? Didn't the Cougars have like 200 passing yards at halftime? Hold on. Hold on. Did they like only run the ball? How many passing yards do they have at halftime? 201. Why is it showing Nate Uh-oh. I think somebody got injured. I think DR3 got injured. Oh, well that explains a lot. Okay, so I thought this game was good for the Cougars, and now their quarterback is hurt. And the backup was not good. Wow, that's interesting. Marvin's numbers are not bad. I mean, he wasn't terrible. Joe Mixon did Joe Mixon type things. Malachi Kidd was pretty good too. He'll have to replace Kerryon. Kerryon was probably one of the best backup running backs in the league for a few years, but now he gets to start with New Orleans, who oh my God, 5 sacks. Jesus Christ, Lyle Collins. But I had New Orleans winning the division, and I had Tampa Bay getting dead last. I think the NFC South could surprise some people. I think New Orleans is going to be really good. I mean, that roster, head to toe, is quite good. They had a quietly great offseason. Let's see KC. Was KC even on the poll? I don't even know if their game was on the poll. Oh, they were. It was against New Orleans. How ironic. Okay, so what the hell happened to DR3? Okay, he's fine. Who are the quarterbacks left, by the way? There are a lot of running backs left. Portland. Jameis, Darnold, Hurts, Eason. Okay, who is Goff? Who picked up Jared Goff? I kind of want to know. And then we'll watch the second game. Can I see your cap space? I can show it briefly. Where is Goof? Oh, the game side. Oh, because Ravens don't have enough players. Good thing I found that out, because now I could switch Morrison to the starter, because Boomy's going to want to start Morrison. I guess the game signed Goff because you need at least 2 quarterbacks, and the Ravens only had 1. That actually makes sense. Oh, okay. When does waiver wire start? After week 1. Jeez, Raiders don't have money. The Colts have 5.44. Hey, Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. Siri picks 2. I think that would be Carolina. I think the Panthers are home. That is correct, so we will use them, and not us. Alright, since I don't think Mr. Rob is here, we can pick the jerseys unless he shows up within the next minute. So do you want them to wear black, white, or color rush? My vote is definitely color rush. So after this stream, I guess shortly after, yeah, I'll do that today. How many different quarterbacks has Boomy had on his roster in the past year? Like 30? Remember when they had Justin Herbert, Aaron Rodgers? That feels so long ago. Then they had Dak. Then they had Roseman for a short time. Then it was Russ for a short time. Then they drafted Morrison. Now they have Goff. I mean, how many quarterbacks is that team going to have? Okay, it seems like we want color rush. I agree. Superstars and Superstar X Factors. We have Aaron Donald, Myles Garrett, Dalvin Cook, Devin White, Derwin James. I'm excited to see Derwin. Christian Kirk, Buda Baker, T.Y. Hilton, Juju, Corvette, Odell, Marlon Humphrey, Jalen Smith, Phil Chippendale, Bradley Chubb, Arnold Stringer, Jeff Okuda, Brandon Scherf, Trey Flowers. Jesus Christ, there are a lot on these teams. Johnny Hecker, Justin Tucker, Xavier Slap of Cheeks, Kaiser White, Steven Nelson, Levante David, and Danny Sewell. Jeez, that is a lot of people. I mean, these are 2 good teams. They were in the OFL Bowl a couple years ago, where Corvette Boy won MVP. And Deontay Harris had the game winner, and all the glue guys on that team are gone. Because we're broke. Rigged votes by picking himself on all his burners. What? Let's see the 12 people who agreed that this game would be good. I voted for it once because I voted for every game. Dawson, PPJ, RSV, Mr. Rob, Nick, Jax, Ian, Boomy, Apple, IT, and the Snowhawks coach. They all voted for it. I don't think they're my boomers. My burners. Good job, English. Good job. Remember when everyone roasted you for trading IT? Joke's on them. That's true, because Scoota's been better than IT. All the homies hate Corvette Boy except for me. Waiver wire straight after the stream or when the waiver wire... Well, I was gonna say when it uploads, but I might as well just show it here. I could probably show it here just so you guys can get a look at it and then record it in the process because I can probably record it while it's streaming, right? Okay, no, I can't record while streaming. I thought I could. Oh well. Hello, I'm a Lochte burner. Where is Ran from the Cops Boy? If you're referring to Baker, he is on Carolina, and we'll get to see him today. In action against the man, the myth, the legend, Phil Chippendale, in his third year out of Northern Illinois University. Just want to say you did not vote for the Cougars Raiders. Yeah, when I saw the votes this morning, I was surprised that game got second place. I'm not totally surprised about this game. Wow, what a great start. But, I would have expected, like, Steamers, Rams, Cardinals, Bucks. I probably would have expected one of those two. What's good, Boomy? Welcome. The first game of the day, which I guess you missed, you probably missed it for good reason because the Cougars absolutely destroyed the Raiders. And you came in good time because this game just started 30 seconds ago. I think he meant the MVP quarterback who plays for the Browns. Yeah, that's Mr. Run from the Cops. The CPU signed Jared Goff for you guys because I think you needed more than one quarterback on your roster. I made Morrison the starter again because I assumed that's probably what you would want over Mr. Goof. I meant disrespected OSU's logo with the OU flag boy. That too. And stuck his stuff out to the Kansas crowd. Chip for BBQ chips? No, I don't want any barbecue chips. I have my chip, and you can keep yours. Okay, on second thought, maybe we do want to do that trade because Phil was literally standing there. I get it was a penalty, but all you had to do was throw it away, dude. They'll still accept the penalty. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. He said, "What's up, Loomy?" Okay, that penalty actually proved to be a good thing. To the new Diablo, Jarvis Landry. Then on 3rd and 1, is that Corvette Boy? I think so, because Corvette Boy only has Superstar and Kirk has X Factor. So, that's Corvette Boy with his first catch of the year. All of your homies hate Corvette Boy. You regret your off-season decisions. I don't even think paying McLaurin $40 million a year is that bad, but I think paying Quentin Williams $40 million is a mistake. That's $80 million tied into two players. That's a lot. But on the bright side for you guys, since most of your top picks from the fantasy draft are gone, you don't have to worry about paying guys in the offseason, whereas everybody else does. You're broke, but you don't have to worry about paying guys, whereas I'm broke, and I do have to worry about that. So, I guess it could be worse. Chip for 380 bags of chips of your choice. That's a lot of bags of chips. Well, I would have to feed them to the backup quarterback so he can get big and strong. Chip for pretzels. Oh, wait, salt is too spicy for me. Spice it up, though. The offense is looking quite impressive so far. Why is Tyler Lockett getting so many snaps? I get he's like rated in the 90s at running back, but I want to see Dalvin. I want to see Dalvin. Good run. Imagine having to pay your quarterback the next offseason. Facts. Couldn't be us. If there's one thing we don't have to worry about, we don't have to pay a quarterback. But we have to pay like everybody else. That was your plan? Well, that was your plan. I guess it technically worked. What was that? Is that Hawkinson? Eek. Hawk, I didn't give you the franchise tag for nothing, bud. Chip for Smirnov would be cool. There's no way Arizona would do that. I would probably take that trade, to be honest, because Smirnov is going to be cheap, but no. But if he wants to do that trade, I'm for it. I would take that in a second. 3rd and goal. Is Corvette boy in? Not quite. We got to punch it in. 4th and goal. We're inches away. I swear. I understand we have a new cool kicker who's good. Do not take the points. Thank you. I would rather miss this conversion than take the points. Just give it to Arnold and get out of the way. They're going to not give it to Arnold. But they should. He got stopped. Wow. Carolina with the goal line stand. Why didn't we give the ball to Arnold? He's our big fullback. That was... I would rather this than kick the field goal because at least we tried. So I can't get that upset. And the play call seemed fine, but I would have preferred if Arnold got the ball. Like Mahomes for Smirnov, you'd do that in a heartbeat. Oh yeah, easily. That'd be an even worse trade. Dalvin Cook ain't cooking. Not yet. I'm not ready to lose hope because Dalvin Cook is quite good in this game. Where's Woomy? He's like, Waldo, damn, that's gotta hurt. Mike Gesicki is hurt. That is significant because Gesicki always does well in watch games. How many sim years will there be after Season 5? I know for OFL 20 we did 10. Okay, Gesicki's fine. It would definitely be at least 10. I might honestly probably want to go further than that. Maybe just go until everybody who we care about retires. So that might be more like 15 years in the future. Traded a 3 and a 5 for Bucker. Also, Octi, don't you... Well, this is one scenario where I don't want to use him. Having a good kicker in this game goes a long way. And I very much do not regret that trade in the slightest. Madden only allows you to sim 30 years. So we could not do 50 if we wanted to. Norwood is... Why is Norwood on the field? Isn't he like in the 60s? I mean, I get my defensive tackles aren't great, but they're not that bad. Look at Ram from the Cops, boys. So inspirational. 3rd and 1. Can we get a stop of our own? No, we don't, because J.K. Dobbins is good and watched. Markley is not better than butt fraud. Butt fraud. That sounds kind of funny. First quarter in the books, no points so far. The Diablos had it up a 1, but could not punch it in. Yes, NHL only allows 25 years. Yeah, I don't know how much NHL allows, but Madden only allows 30. I think 2K and MLB The Show is unlimited, but I know 2K glitches by the time you get to around like 2100, and then MLB The Show, I have no clue. I've never seen anyone experiment with that. And I probably would not want to because that would be a lot of my time down the drain. Someone else can do that. Lane better than Lambo? Yeah, probably not, because Josh Lambo's quite good. You remember when I remember when J.K. Dobbins sucked in watch games, and then I remember he had one randomly really good one, and then he's been a beast ever since. Like, I don't know how that happened. But J.K. Dobbins just, like, magically flipped a switch one day from where he used to be really bad, and now he's really good. And it's weird.
J.K. Dobbins, the ball carrier.
Yeah, 2K is 80 to 90 before it starts glitching out.
It's a loss of the yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
Your race will give you Kanye West for Jack Harlow and Hero. You don't want Hero. I'll tell you that. I mean, you can take him, but you don't want him. Oh, wow, he stopped him. Joey Fox, better than the entire league. He's not the best receiver on your team because Tax Shoddy is way better. We're not going to slander Tax Shoddy right now. I mean, if you don't want Tax Shoddy, I'll take him. 80, 90, whatever. Yeah, pretty much. It's a big number regardless. There is Corvette Boy to the 35. Our offense did not have a bad first drive at all. We just couldn't punch it in. So, I would say so far so good, even though we're not winning. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. Okay, we will take Jokic. Okay, bye. You're going to have to get by Jokic's Serbian brothers, though, because they are the most intimidating human beings on the planet. Does anyone want any players? I want offensive linemen. That's what I want. Because they suck. 3rd and 12. Chip's going to get rid of it, and that's going to be roughing the passer. Automatic first down. That is gigantic. Thank you, whoever did that. Trey Flowers, thank you for your help. It's highly appreciated. You're going to trade for Shoddy, obviously. Okay, so Trey Flowers completely makes up for his penalty and gets a sack on the next play. Does offensive line matter now? It never mattered in the past. Why is it mattering now? If I knew our offensive line was going to suck, I would have gotten good ones. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. Look at Dalvin. To the 38. Whenever I say one thing, I jinx it. Okay, let's try it here. Phil Chippendale's going to throw an interception on this play. Scrapping 21, hoping for... Well, I wouldn't say scrap it yet. What if Andy Morrison's good? Phil Chippendale did not throw an interception on that play. My jinx worked. Octu should give me a top 10 pick so you can pick Trevor. I'm not giving anybody anything. It is totally based on luck. Another roughing the passer. That's not as big of a deal because we still would have gotten the first down anyway. But Carolina is looking sloppy, and now someone's hurt. Dalvin's not in the game, so it could be Dalvin. That would not be good. Contemplating doing a league where all the players are fake. That would be a lot of work, but I guess go for it. Another sack, and the ball was out there. We picked it up. Wait, we didn't pick it up. What? I thought one of our players got it. So we have now had 2 drives in the red zone today and have 0 points. I thought we picked that ball up. Wow, okay. My voice is turning into a W. Nah, Apple, you're 9. Mr. Run from the Cops boy is 0 for 2 so far. He's been worse than Chip. Nope, only got him 9. This has been the weirdest game ever. We have completely controlled time of possession, and I feel like we've played far better than them, and we have 0 points. This is what I get for having no money and trading all of our glue guys away. Apparently O-line matters now, because Chippendale is getting rocked in the backfield. This is totally news to me. And our offensive line now, it's not even that bad. We have James Daniels and a bunch of, like, low 70s. That's not good, but that's not terrible. I mean, it's not like I had 50 starting. Working on a league on NHL 21 called, what does the X stand for? Extra cool. Your 90 million in cap laughs at your money in despair, and my good defense laughs at your defense in despair. So, huh? You deserve this for trading Harris to you. Well, I need money. If I had Deontay Harris on my roster, I would probably have negative cap space, or close to. And I have to pay Corvette Boy, and I'm already paying Christian Kirk, so having 3 receivers on ridiculous contracts would not be smart. Because I cannot let Corvette Boy go. There are going to be some players who I don't want to trade at the deadline who I'm probably going to have to trade. But Corvette Boy is not going to be one. Corvette Boy can't go anywhere. My O-line is a bunch of JV players. Don't disrespect James Daniels like that. Well, James Daniels is a Bear, so you can disrespect him. Your intellectualness is 5 years above yours, Cobra. Damn. F's in the chat for Jared Cox. He's going to allow like 10 sacks today. F. What do I just said I'm not trading Corvette Boy. Because he is one of the most valuable players on the team. Your wide receiver room is better than yours. Corvette Boy. Does anybody in your receiver room have an OFL Bowl MVP? Yeah, I don't think so. There's another sack. Chippendale's been sacked 4 times today. 4. That's pretty inexcusable. And it's not even that Chip has like stayed in the pocket for a bazillion years. It's just that our offensive line has been bad. Your O-line isn't awful, it's just not good. Yeah, that's pretty much where ours is. Like, ours has 1 really good player and 4 low-level starters. Like, it's not even terrible, it's just not good. Jared Cox was on your practice squad last year. Take care. No, he's Nick's. He's not mine. You drafted Cox, so maybe it's a different Cox. We're going for it again. 4th and 2. I mean, I'd rather be overly aggressive than overly conservative. I probably wouldn't have done that, but hey, it worked. So, I'll take it. Shoddy doesn't need an MVP. Well, he doesn't have one, and Corvette Boy does. So, Speaking of Corvette Boy, I would like to call a timeout here. Or waste 10 seconds and then do it. We have it at the 3-yard line. I am fully expecting a dump off to the running back. Fully expecting that. Corvette Boy has 7 catches for 75 yards, by the way. What a guy. Do not throw it to the running back. Okay, good. And we finally have points on the board. Who scored that? I have no idea who that is. It'd be nice to have numbers on the jerseys. That was Reggie Rutledge. I think he's my wide receiver 4.
The kick is good. Makes the score Diablo's 7.
You probably have the greatest accomplishment in the comment section. Do you, Chief? The smaller you are, the faster you usually are. Yeah, that's probably kind of true. Reggie Rutledge, the former Thunderbird. Wasn't Jarvis Landry on your team last year, too? It's like we swapped receiver rooms, except for all the really good guys. Did not ship Butker to a different country to see him kick PATs. Well, he's going to be kicking a lot of them. Bet you can make every American mad. Color. Time to ban him from saying color wrong. The Panthers have 9 passing yards. The Panthers have had the ball for like 2 minutes today. You never had I thought you guys did. Maybe not. Oh well. Who had Jarvis last? Oh yeah, Dallas did. Because remember he got cut. Okay, now I remember that. Yeah. Okay. Try being 2nd in the country, number 1 wide receiver in the state, 10th overall in the state, and winning a team and championship MVP, nerd. That sounds awfully a lot like Juju Smith-Schuster, but the only thing is he would be the number 1 in his country because there's no other team in Mexico. You're going to get scholarships from Power 5 schools in high school, and then you're going to rip them all in their face and go to Liberty. Does Liberty have a good swimming program? That's a good question. Do they? Panthers start the ball. We'll see if they can actually... That might be their, like, 2nd or 3rd first down of the game. You would beat Apple in air swimming. I probably would, too. There goes JK. Now Carolina's offense appears to be starting to do something. After doing absolutely nothing in the first half. How do you feel about having a 12-year-old who's the same height as you? Well, that's a tall 12-year-old. Or maybe I'm 12. Who is that? I can't tell. Levante David. Okay. I guess that's not terrible because he's not all that good. I think he is a starter technically, but our backup linebackers are like the same ratings, so I'm not gonna complain too much. Give you a teddy bear if you swim for Ohio State. That's illegal. You can't give out improper benefits. The NCAA is going to come after you. Octi is 12 confirmed. It's confirmed. Well, I'd be a pretty 12-year-old then. Burn apple so hard in football he would turn into toast. Well, that's pretty burnt. Your dad is 6'3". Well, that explains a lot. Is Gilmore back? I think so. I don't see why he wouldn't be. Oh yeah, wasn't he supposed to be back by week 1? Because I think at the start of a preseason he had 4 more weeks before he was hurt, so he should be back. Yeah. Think the Eagles will have 2 top 5 picks? The Eagles have like 3 first-rounders in the LFL and in real life, which is kind of odd. I don't remember if the other picks Eagles have here other than their own. Ooh, did Dobbins not get that? Nope. I think they're not going to go for it, but I think they should. Yeah, I didn't think they do have Justin Tucker now, but they have yours. Okay, well, if Andy Morrison is what his rating suggests, that could be a top 5 pick. Why did I trade B-Wags to Jacksonville? Because I need money. I need money, and he gave me an offer I liked. From the original D-Hop trade. There are so many good players who have been flipped around like nothing. And that's what makes PLFL fun, because good players get traded like they're scrubs. Nick, it's called business. That's true. 420 left. Well, now it's not 420. I guess it was before the kick. Russ got sent to 4 different teams. Mexico City Diablo legend Russell Wilson in the flesh. Gave you an offer of a morning of the B-Wags trade. What was it? Because I don't remember. Hold on, let me see. B-Wags. What was the B-Wags offer? Was it any good? I don't see it. Am I blind?
Touchdown, Mexico City.
Coach told you in 2 weeks about the Olympic trials and you should get ready for it. Cool beans. Jax, don't major in business when you get to college. Oh, what the heck just happened? I was not looking at the screen. What happened? Did Corvette Boy just score? Was that a 70-yard touchdown for Corvette Boy? Hold on, let me go back in the stream. I love how I totally missed it. Yeah, Corvette Boy has like 150 yards today, by the way. I'd like to point that out. Cobra's been calling this man a scrub. He is hearing the noise. Christian Kirk's done like nothing today, though. And Kirk, I think, is who I have in the slot, which is ironic because the slot receivers do good in this game. Number 19 scored a long touchdown. Darn right he did. Corvette.
He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Is Juju the best wide receiver in the OFL? He might just be. Maybe that's me being biased, but I don't know who else. Well, actually, probably Chris Godwin. Because his numbers are always absurd. After Godwin, though, it's probably Corvette Boy. And there's Bradley Chubb, his first sack as a Diablo. He's one of the few good players we have who's under contract next year. You don't know who wears number 19? I'm pretty sure it was Juju because he had the superstar icon under him. So, the first of probably 20 touchdowns for Corvette Boy. Oh, Devontae, it's probably Devontae Adams. Yeah, Adams will be 1, then Godwin, then probably Juju. Gallup is quite good in watch, I'll give you that. But his numbers in Sim are not quite as good as those 3. Imagine, did he have Gallup? Now that you say that, I kind of remember him having Gallup. Wasn't Russ? I think Russ was like the 3rd pick, probably after Mahomes and Lamar. Because I remember Naruto had I pick, and I'm like, oh dear, he's gonna pick a running back, isn't he? And a running back that high in the fantasy draft isn't even that bad of a pick. But he picked Russ, and I remember I thought that was surprisingly smart of him, and it completely backfired. Well, it appears we're going to have to punt. Fourth and inches. I would not have minded to go there, because we've already been aggressive on 4th down twice today. Naruto be like, I'm gonna go see it. Well, thanks for stopping in, Boomy. Carolina has to score here or else they are screwed. Even a field goal makes it a 1-score game. So as long as Carolina puts points on the board, I think they should be happy. But their offense has not been great today, and I don't fully trust their defense. Although our offense hasn't been outstanding today. But remember, we had those drives in the red zone where we couldn't even score. So if our red zone offense clutches up, then we should be fine. And you traded Tate, Emmanuel Barton, and 68 for Gallup. Tate is an Auden Tate? Yeah, that's definitely a dub. Although Auden Tate's like 85, 86 now. He's kind of good. Imagine not having football offers to Troy and Coastal Carolina in 7th grade. I had a football scholarship to Alabama in 7th grade, but I said I didn't want to Nick Saban. I said I'd rather pursue my career of being a professional YouTuber. Saban has left the scholarship open because he knows I would be a perfect running back. With my frame, I'd definitely be the next Derrick Henry. By Waldo, I mean Lumi. Carolina's offense is doing something. Maybe they could make it a game here. I mean, it still is a game, but it definitely feels like we have control. But Carolina's still hanging in there. Baker, the check down. Doesn't get much. The offer is on Gulpin. Well, I've never heard of Gulpin in my life. Second and 9. I thought that was intercepted. What a grab by whoever 16 is. I thought that was intercepted in real time. But a great catch. I think that's Sean James. You have an offer from Wisconsin and Texas Tech in chess. Who's the best chess school out there? Probably like Harvard or something, you'd think. They don't get the 2-point conversion. The goal line defense comes up big time. 52 is happy. Is that Chubb? It is Chubb. Diablo fans have a big Chubb after getting that stop. I'm sorry, I had to. Gulpin on these balls, but wow. I was not expecting that one. You got me. I feel violated after that. But hopefully Phil Chippendale can do something. Chips has been really good today. But hopefully he can make me feel better after I got gulped on. But I've been very impressed with Chip in this first game. Him and Juju's chemistry appears to have not gone anywhere. And this is why I'm not letting Juju go anywhere. Tyler Lockett has not done a whole lot today, though. I wonder what Lockett's value would look like, because I don't think many people want running backs, but he is in the 90s. The same joke you made didn't show up. I did not see it, no. So Cobra wins because he made the joke first that I saw. Another bad play by the offensive line. The O-line's not been terrible in the second half, I will say. Although it seems like the offense has been a little bit worse, oddly.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Carolina is back with 4:41 to go. After all of this, if Carolina finds a way to win this game, then all I can say is we would deserve to lose. Because we had in the red zone twice and didn't score. So we would absolutely deserve to lose. Big sack, though, for Myles Garrett. Chip flexing on the sideline. The only place Cobra is going to be good in college football is Belmont. Oof. 3rd and 12. Maybe the biggest play of the game so far. Carolina kind of has to get it, and they don't. Quick play in the backfield. Xavier Cheeks with the sack. I think that was Devin White with him. Or Derwin. Which one? Was it White? No, that was Derwin. Derwin and Cheeks. Why is Derwin wearing number 39? That just looks weird on him. Carolina's going to punt it. Wow, interesting. Imagine you go to the Olympic trials from Liberty. Okay, nice punt return. We're already very close to field goal range. Who is our punt returner? I'll have no way of knowing because there's no names, but whoever he is, good play. All we need to do is see Dalvin get a few nice runs, and then we should be fine. Or just get it to Corvette Boy. 9 catches, 153 yards, and a touchdown for Juju today. 2nd and 2. Lockett gets the first, so that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Oh, no it won't. Trey Flowers is hurt. So Trey Flowers being injured isn't good for Carolina, but this stops the clock, which is a really big deal. And that's good news for the Panthers, even though it's sacrificing one of their players who appears to be out for the rest of the game. That's a big deal because Trey Flowers has been really good today. Okay, now we'll go to the 2-minute warning. Diablos appear to be in the driver's seat, but Carolina is still alive, and they have all 3 timeouts, which is a big deal. Second and 8, nothing there. So if Carolina gets a stop, they'll have, what, like a minute 40-ish, maybe a little bit more. 1 timeout, and they'll probably be down by 8. I don't know why we throw it, but it... why did he do that? You're right about Tyler Lockett being bunt, because he had the easy first down. All he had to do was go up the field, and he decided to back juke, which pretty much keeps Carolina in the game. Had we gotten that first down, it pretty much would have been done. So... yeah, Tyler Lockett has not been good at all today. I'm going to put Dalvin back as my 3rd down back after this game because Lockett has not impressed me in the slightest. Carolina definitely still has a shot. They have 1:45 and a timeout.
The Panthers take over first and 10.
Touchdown and a 2-point conversion ties it. We should not be winning by 8. We should be winning by about 20. But we have managed to keep Carolina in it. And it's not that Carolina's had a few nice plays, other than, I guess, the strip sack. But a lot of it's just been us running into ourselves. As 2 of our defenders got completely bossed by Mike Gesicki. Carolina is not out of this game, folks. Unless they keep running checkdowns. Although that one was not a bad play. They get 13 yards. They'll give you your first-round pick back for Garrett. Now, why would I want to do that? Uh-oh, they have it at the 15 now. I think that was Odell. 30 seconds to go. Can Carolina punch it in? They still had that timeout. Durham was trying to force the ball out there. Carolina calls the timeout. They have it at the 9 with 20 seconds to go. J.K. Dobbins has 10 catches for 68 yards. That's such a watched J.K. Dobbins stat line. There's reception number 11, and Dobbins finds the end zone. What a play. I thought there was no chance he was getting in, and now Carolina can tie it with the 2. Wow. The Panthers ran it for a 2-point conversion earlier, and they did not get it. Now they're going to throw it. No, they're not. Baker is sacked by Davion Taylor, of all people. So Carolina does all of that just to miss the 2, and now they need an onside kick. What a game. I mean, Tyler Lockett did not have to be that stupid, but he made it an interesting ending. Was that Lockett who just recovered the onside kick? That might have been Tyler Lockett. That's so funny. So we're barely gonna squeak past Carolina 17-15. You're somehow gonna lose to the Texans. Who is the Texans starting quarterback again? They don't. Who am I completely forgetting about? Why am I blanking? It's oh, they got Dak from Baltimore. That's right. Okay, I forgot for a second. Is Tyler Lockett 83? Because 83 got the onside. Hold on. He's 82. Okay. So both quarterbacks are pretty good. Although the ratings are neck and neck, I think Phil was quite a bit better. But Baker was good too. They were both impressive. J.K. had a good game. Dalvin, I wish, got the ball more. Lockett, I wish, got the ball less. J.K. was very good. Corvette Boy was very good. How did our offensive line not allow any sacks? What? That doesn't make sense. They had like 4 sacks. At least. Trey Flowers had 2. Garrett had 1. Cheeks had 1. Chubb had 1. Budda Baker had 1. And Kaiser White had 1. And then the fumble forced by Budda Baker and picked up by Reuben Foster. Alright, it's time to sim. You guys have to worry if your team won? Couldn't be me. Did Octi win? Yes, he did win. Although Tyler Lockett did his best to throw the game away. But we did win. '83 got the onside kick. Yes. Now that we're saying this, who is 83? I'm actually kind of curious now. And then we'll sim. It's probably a wide receiver, I would think. Oh, it's Jarvis. Cool. Thank you, Jarvis. Alright, we're going to save it here, and then we will simulate. We getting clapped. What new injury? Who got hurt for that? Oh, Trey Flowers tore his labrum out for 3 weeks. That's kind of bad timing, because their bye week is week 5. And that's when he would be back. Oh, well. Okay, so the Caps won. That's not a surprise, because the Caps always do well at the start of the year. Sentinels won, Bucks won, and the Saints lost. Interesting. The Bills beat New England. Okay. So does New England just suck again? Yeah, I guess so. Kenneth Hawthorne was not good. Stafford, meanwhile, appears to still have something left in the tank. I think Buffalo's a contender for one of the worst teams in the league, not a good team. Maybe, I think I overrated New England again. New England is one of the best rosters in the league. I don't get it. How did Ass Blaster do? He had a sack! Yes! He's on pace for 16. That's my defensive rookie of the year. Raiders got killed. Wow, the Rams lost! Their offense had 166 yards. What happened, Keith? Wow, Keith was not good. After his outstanding rookie year, he was bad today. Josh Allen wasn't much better, but his team wins, so it's all good. Yeah, neither offense played well at all, it looks like. Nice game for Khalil Baker. I mean, Keith literally has Brandon Cooks, DeAndre Hopkins, Laviska Shenault, Devin Singletary. I mean, this Rams offense is loaded. Quentin Nelson. Rigo is one of the best tight ends in the league. Wow. That's a surprise to me. And then the Ravens proceed to win. I would not have expected Baltimore to win today and the Rams to lose, but here we are. Baltimore put up 21 in the fourth quarter. And Andy Morrison was really good. He did throw an interception, but he also threw 3 touchdowns. And then Lamar was not all that good. Wow, so already a very surprising start to the week. Rashad Penny with a nice amount of yards. Britton Jennings, the rookie, with 109. Quentin Williams had a sack. How did McLaurin do? 2 interceptions for Marcus Peters. Terry had 2 touchdowns. Oh, okay. Apparently, Boomy's found a quarterback. So the Chiefs beat New Orleans in overtime, 30-24. Scooter was pretty good. Garoppolo was, Marlon Mack with 2 touchdowns. Kerryon was all right. Tack Shoddy, 5 catches for 9 yards. And you saying he's better than Corvette? 16 tackles for Fred Warner. Some Eddie Small character is about a joke. Orlando beats Dallas 35-17. 2 touchdowns for Tua Tagovailoa. Woodard was bleh. Nice amount of yards for Hunt. Fournette and Swift both score. Slant Boy with a touchdown. I think Orlando's going to be better than people think. I think Orlando has a pretty solid roster head to toe. Portland loses to Detroit 35-17. Both quarterbacks were fine. Kyler was not bad. Russ was pretty solid too. Okay, we're not gonna talk about this guy at the top here. Allen Robinson was good. This Luke Richmond guy, 4 for 81 and a touchdown. Steamers won. Caps beat the Steelers pretty handedly, 31-13. Carson Wentz was solid. Mookie Gray was not. Wentz only threw 141 yards. I mean, he wasn't actually all that good. He did throw 3 touchdowns, but other than that, actually not that good. Gurley was solid. Tremblay scored. Nice game for Wesley Gary. 2 touchdowns for Diggs. Doesn't even look like the Caps offense was all that impressive. Looks like it was more so their defense. Trent Boyd with an interception. He continues his exceptional start to his career. Texans beat the Colts. Apple kind of called it. And Eddie Small was not good. Wow. You know who was good? Dak Prescott. 2 touchdowns. I would not panic if I was Indy, but not a good debut for Eddie Small. But as the president of the Eddie Small fan club, I can assure you he will be just fine. Oh, God, you're next. Who is Andre Smith, and why did he get 2 interceptions? London upsets Toronto. Norris Doris goes 0-1 in his debut. He does actually play really well, though. Not a great completion percentage, but he does throw 2 touchdowns. So, Norris does not win, but it's not really his fault. Cole Boss scores twice. Totally the best Ohio State running back on the Bulldogs. No doubt about it. Andre Smith is a Bills linebacker. Okay, thank you for the information. Ooh, Deontay Harris with a 75-yarder. The Diablo legend. Who is Xavier Conway? He had a good game. Austin Nickel. Bernard McDonald allowed 3 sacks, so it looks like some pass rusher did good. 2.5 sacks for Reggie Peters, 1 for Cantrell. It really looks like Toronto's numbers are honestly better than London's, which is odd. Other than the run game. Did we get to the Steamers yet? Yes, you guys ended up winning. Josh Allen did throw 3 interceptions, but you're 1-0. Give you a reason not to tank. Eddie Small, that's the reason. The Chargers barely beat the Titans, but they do. And IT and Teddy go off. 4 touchdowns for Teddy, 400 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Isaiah Thomas. Is this the year IT really takes that next step? Well, this was definitely a good start. Although his defense was not all that good. You can't be allowing 28 points to the Titans. How did Picasso Grubbs do in his debut? Nothing. The Bengals lost. The Bills won. The Bucks beat the Cardinals 24-27. Smirnov was fine. He wasn't great, but he wasn't bad either. Jordan Love was also fine. Not bad, but not great. McCaffrey with 2 touchdowns. Justin Jackson. What happened to Kamara? Why did he have 5 carries for 2 yards? Did Kamara get hurt? N'Keal Harry with 6, 168 in the score. Devontae Adams didn't do a whole lot. But what in the heck happened to Kamara? Better numbers across the board, but they managed to lose. What a classic. Have we gone through everybody? Dolphins beat the Niners 30-13. How did Riley Painter do? Quite good. 292 yards, 2 touchdowns. Is this the year where Riley Painter shows why he was a top 5 pick? Justin Herbert was not good at all. Jose Morales scored. Darius Slayton, the new signing, had a nice game. Mark Andrews with a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk did not do a whole lot. Niners gave up that #1 pick for him. And I thought it was a good move by the Niners because Brandon Ayuk is a beast in this game. But he didn't do a whole lot today. 3 sacks for Chris Jones. What happened to the Steamers? You guys won. 24-19, I think. Eagles beat the Packers. How did Katie Katz do? He was fine. He wasn't as good as Buckley, who had a pretty good game. I'm still a believer in Painter, too. I picked the Dolphins to make the OFL Bowl and lose, but I still had him making it. Kasim Lamb with 119 yards. Hunter Renfrow of 108 and 2 touchdowns. Jedrick Wills, the former Diablo, allows 2 sacks. Niners obviously lost. The Jets beat Jacksonville? Wow, so New York gets revenge from the AFC Championship game, and clearly Matt Ryan has not aged at all. Matt Ryan is about 50 by now. Just torched the Jags defense, although for reigning MVP, Joe Burrow was also really good. Jones do be on fire. He had quite the game. Derrick Henry and Madison both played well. We should have watched this game. Oh my goodness, so much offense. 11 catches for A.J. Brown. That seems like a typical A.J. Brown stat line in this league. Holy smokes, a lot of points. I have the Jets regressing. The Jets are the lowest rated team in the league. I think they're a 76, and the next lowest is a 78. But if Matt Ryan is not going to age at all, then maybe the Jets are going to make a third straight AFC championship. And maybe lose a third straight one. All right, that's everyone. Do the T-Birds play the Cardinals next week? If it is, that might be an auto-watch, because that looks like a sick game. All right, standings, not a whole lot to unpack here because everybody has only played one game. I love how the Ravens are the #1 ranked team. That just feels kind of ironic. 3 teams in the AFC East won, 3 teams in the AFC West won. Raiders are ranked dead last. They kind of deserve it. They completely laid an egg and watched. 3 teams in the NFC East won, and look at the NFC West. Is this the best division in the league? Well, they all lost. Matt is a 60 and torched Jax. No, he torched RMP. Jax's team won. Why does EA love Ryan? I don't know. I don't get it. He's literally in the 60s, and he's literally about 40 years old. Okay, so week 2, Eagles-Ravens. I mean, they're both 1-0. Chiefs-Diablos is a good game. Bucs-Saints, I think, is a good game. Caps-Panthers, even though we just saw Carolina. Raiders-Chargers, again, even though we just saw the Raiders. Snowhawks-Rams is solid. Dolphins-Colts is a good game. Obviously, Cardinals-Thunderbirds, probably the one we're going to end up watching. And then week 3, Lions-Thunderbirds isn't bad. Raiders-Bucks, maybe. Rams-Cardinals, maybe. Niners-Sentinels, I don't think is that bad. Chargers-Panthers is a good game. Ooh, Diablos-Jags. Oh, I want to watch that. Steelers-Packers isn't bad. Cowboys-Caps is pretty good. Texans play the Colts again. All right, interesting. AFC West is best division in the league. Well, they looked the part this week, other than the Raiders. Weekly awards. Norris Doris won Player of the Week? Okay, well, that's a surprise, even though his team lost. Fred Warner, Matt Ryan, and Melvin Ingram. What an interesting group of players. Change you to a 3-4. Well, you're going to have to remember to put that in the Discord, because otherwise I'm not going to remember. If y'all mess this up and don't vote for Arizona and Toronto, one of those teams is going to start 0-2. Keep in mind. All right, so Trey Flowers we know is hurt. Any other significant injuries? Maybe Kamara? Tyler Boyd's still out. He was already hurt. Tyler Boyd's on the Rams? So you're telling me the Rams have Shenault, Cooks, Hopkins, and Tyler Boyd. Good Lord, that's impressive. I didn't even know they had Tyler Boyd. Emmett Peters is hurt. Chase Claypool is hurt. The other Corvette boy. Kyle Van Noy ruptured his disc. J.J. Proctor is hurt. Kamara tore his bicep and he's out 9 weeks. That is gigantic. Scheme change? Well, as long as you put it in the Discord, I'll do it. But wow. What happens to Arizona now? That is gigantic. Who is their starting running back? I know they had Braxton Berrios as their backup, but he's on Memphis now. Haha, TikTok boy is hurt. And the other TikTok boy just caught 155 yards. So, who is their backup? Justin Jackson, Keyshawn Vaughn, and Cameron Thompson. Justin Jackson did score twice this week, didn't he? Okay, after them, Chargers have none. Joel Bitonio was already hurt, I believe. Okay. Oh, Darius Slay. What happened to him? Upper arm fracture. He's out 7 weeks. That is pretty big, too. Good work, Bucks. I knew that bounty would come in through. Okay, so I guess that will end the stream. I don't think we have to cover anything else. I will have the waiver wire up shortly. I know I said I was going to do it on stream, but it won't let me record. And that would be nice. So I'll just record it off camera. And then week 2. I think out of my next few days, tomorrow would probably be the best. So if you guys want week 2 and 3 tomorrow, That honestly might not be a bad idea. Because Tuesday and Wednesday I have stuff, but tomorrow I don't. So if we want week 2 and 3 tomorrow, we can do that. Yes, I'm gonna do the waivers right now, and then once that's up, I'll explain how the waiver wire will work this year. So yeah. Hope everybody enjoyed, and we might be back for more